Hi YouTube, this is my second Chanel haul video within a few hours. I'm actually filming a few days, you'll see, of things that I bought whilst I was on holiday. I've done a separate video that should be up by now of the items I bought from the Chanel Fall or Autumn collection. Bought those in New York because that collection isn't out in certainly the UK, I think probably not Europe as a whole. And then the items you see in front of you are a mixed bag of other items I bought, items from the summer collection that I didn't buy first time round but went back for, and one of the new Chanel quads that I'm going to talk a little bit about, and a couple of other products that I picked up. So yeah, let's begin with the quad because this is the new collection of iQuads. I think there's about 8 of them that people have been raving about. Chanel have reworked their formulation, and I must say it's a good deal more impressive than the old one, which I wasn't that keen on. I haven't got many Chanel quads. I have got a couple of limited editions, one, the holiday one from a couple of years ago, 2012, that I really liked, and a couple of others that I went out of my way to get because I particularly liked the colour combination. But overall, I wasn't that impressed with the consistency of Chanel quads. I much preferred their singles, and for quads I went for Tom Ford or Dior. But I do think these new formulations are a great improvement. I did surprise myself about going for this one in terms of the colour selection. I thought I would go for one of the warm brown quads, or I was particularly taken with the green one, which I think is called Venetian. And I still do like that. But when I swatched these and thought about what I hadn't got in my collection and what I might wear, I ended up going for this quite cool blue silver palette. And the reason was that they just applied very beautifully. And that's showing up very, very creamy blue, and it does apply like that. But when sheared out, it's almost just a shadowy, silvery blue that actually looks very, very pretty on my lid. And I really liked this silver as another kind of transition, or even all over the lid. It just looked really iridescent. I've got quite crepey, I've always had hooded eyes, and they're more so now, so I have to be careful with things that crease too much. But these really wear very, very well. And then you've got the usual kind of highlight colour, which is a nice, not too stark, but cool, silvery toned white. And then this black looked very scary to me in the palette. Sorry, I've got shaky hands today. And it looks quite scary there, and you think, well, maybe I'll use it, over eyeliner. I don't tend to do that a lot. But again, it's possible to shear it out quite a lot, and I have used it very, very lightly to give a bit more smoke. But overall, I thought this was quite a versatile palette for me. I haven't got a lot of blues and silvers, and I have used it. Mainly this one here, I have to say, just all over the lid, really easy look, very pretty, very light for the summer, but enjoying the blue as well. So pleased with that quad. I probably will go back for some more over time, but I think they're fairly permanent now, so no great rush. Definitely worth looking at if you're in the UK, because the formulation is so significantly different to anything we've had from them in the past. So really positive about that one. The other item that I have mentioned in my summer video that I'm extremely positive about is the CC cream. Not going to talk about it again, except to say that particularly if you're into BB or CC creams, I think this is a really good one to try. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get to it. The colour is the disadvantage. It only comes in one colour, but it does blend out to... I'm putting that on over the black, which is not a very bright idea, but put it there. You see, it looks quite scarily brown, but I promise you, as you rub it in, and it feels very nourishing and warm, it works quite well on my quite pale complexion. It's not going to be so great, I guess, for darker complexions or very, very pale. I find it even tones out some of my redness. So it works really well for me, and I've loved it as summer coverage, using it a lot. Slightly less successful is the Perfection Lumiere Velvet, which has been out for a bit in the UK. I bought duty free. I knew that this wasn't going to be my absolute favourite, if I'm honest, because everything I'd read said it was better for oilier skins than dry. It's one of these quite aqua ones that you shake up. I got the absolute palest colour, which isn't that pale, to be honest, but kind of yellow toned. There you see it working in. Not quite as well as the CC cream, and it's very much more a formula that does show up drying areas on dry skin. It kind of melts down to this slightly powdery finish. It's very light coverage, and I'm more kind of medium coverage girl, but it's more the powdery finish that isn't great for me. I do find it looks better with my Chanel Le Beige #1 over it. Gives it a bit more luminosity, and I will use it up, and I can see how for oilier, younger skins this would be a great light coverage. Stinky bottle, obviously, but it's not my favourite, and I won't repurchase it, that's for sure. I also caught up with the 2 summer edition nail polishes that I hadn't got in my first swoop. I hadn't got these for good reason. This one, Eastern Light, is a repromote. It's an absolutely white cream, which isn't my favourite look. I say that, but when I was looking for what I'd got similar in my stash, just a first look, I managed to pull out 4 others that I very rarely wear. These all have more pearl in them. I suppose white satin is kind of the nearest, and that's a bit milkier than this, bit sort of more yellow than this very stark white of Eastern Light. The others are all pearlised. As I say, I don't wear them a great deal, but it is a look that people have gone for. The main disadvantage with Eastern Light, as you read about, it takes several coats to get any opacity. That's 2 coats on a wheel, which, bear in mind, doesn't have your natural nail bed colour underneath, and you can still see, you know, how streaky it is. So I haven't actually worn it yet. I got it because I'm a collector. That may sound a bit bizarre, but I do collect Chanel polishes, and I have learned not to miss any of the editions, because I then end up wanting them and paying more on eBay, usually, sometimes less, depending how popular they are. So I did get it, got it duty free. And I got Pink Tonic, which is a very nice, bright, fuchsia pink. Slight shimmer in the bottle, doesn't show on the nail. Easily dupeable. There it is. Nice formula. That's 2 coats, but you could have got away with 1, in fact, you know, light years away from the streakiness of this one. And there's the other 3 that I had got earlier from the summer collection. I have worn 2 of them, one of them fairly regularly. There they are. That's Mirabella, nice creamy orange. It's not what I'm wearing at the moment. It's actually a Dior on my nails. This one's been my favourite, Tutti Frutti. Gorgeous gold shimmer in the bottle, doesn't show up, but a dream to apply. It's this one here, a very corally pink. Again, that's 2 coats. You can easily get away with 1, so it's a great one for doing your own manicures. A really pretty colour, I think. I've worn it a lot. I haven't worn Sweet Lilac yet, which in many ways is the most unusual, I think, of the colours. Again, see it shimmering in the bottle. That doesn't translate particularly to the nail. There's 2 coats. It's more a kind of cool-toned pink than lilac to me. I haven't worn it on the nail yet. I might wear that later this week. It's very unusual. not sure it's kind of one of my favourites. But anyway, I'm up to date with the entire summer nail collection finally. And I'm also up to date with the entire summer Illusion d'Ombre. I bought the other two limited editions earlier in the year. I've worn both, particularly Utopia. There's a nice light base. This one's in the permanent collection. It's called Mirage. It's a nice basic bronze, not too shimmery, but very nice consistency. Can we see that? I think I'm putting that over the CC cream. It's not working very well. There you are. You can kind of see the sheen. Looking much lighter on the lid than it does in the pot. That's quite usual with them. Nice summer colour, but in the permanent collection. And not too much fallout. I think I actually like this more than the one that I bought earlier, New Moon, which people raved about. It is very pretty, but in some ways it's much sheerer, and it is very, very glittery. So it does look a bit disco central on me, and I feel I've got to wear something over it, which is a bit of a waste really, using these as a base. But they are pretty, I do like them, so I'm glad I got that one. And I also finally picked up a lip pencil. I do love their lip pencils. I think they do them really well. The brush, wrong end, is really good for applying your lipsticks as well, or kind of evening out mistakes. This one's just a pretty neutral. It's called Beige Satin. Quite a pinky one, showing up quite bright on my hand there. But it goes with a lot of nudes and just gives a bit of edge to the lip, which frankly I need these days. So picked that up while it was duty free. So overall, very pleased with my haul. Spent far too much on makeup whilst I was away, so I'm going to try and go easy for a little bit, shop my stash, get rid of a few of the duds on eBay, and looking forward to the rest of the autumn collections, and particularly I've heard great things about the Chanel holiday collection, so saving up my pennies for that. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye for now.